Andrea Kidd, 49, has been jailed for 6 years for her part in a plot to flood the streets of East London with £2 million of Class A drugs. A mother of 2 has been jailed for 6 years for her part in a plot to flood the streets with £2 million of Class A drugs. John Lewis employee Andrea Kidd, 49, worked as a courier for Samsul Ali, 25 and Ibrahim Maya, 24, who were caught with 29 kilos of cocaine and heroin. Detectives swooped after Uber Eats driver Ali and electrician Maya delivered 7 kilos of cocaine to Kidd in Limehouse, East London, in July. Officers searched Maya's home in nearby Coltman Street, and found a cocaine press as well as £3,000 in cash. They also found a tenancy agreement for a safe house in nearby Candle Street, and found 14 kilos of heroin there, along with 8 kilos of cocaine and another drugs press. The trio were convicted of conspiracy to supply Class A drugs. A jury at Blackfriars Crown Court. Kidd, who was working at John Lewis before she was arrested and who was living in a 4-bedroom home worth £464,000 in Milton Keynes, was sentenced to 6 years imprisonment for a lesser role in the conspiracy. Kidd, from Milton Keynes, Buckinghamshire, admitted it was not the only pick-up and delivery she had made, but insisted she had been exploited by Maya and Ali. Kidd worked as a courier for Samsul Ali, left, 25 and Ibrahim Maya, 24, right, who were caught with 29 kilos of cocaine and heroin. They were jailed for 15 years each. Detectives swooped after Uber Eats driver Ali and electrician Maya delivered 7 kilos of cocaine to Kidd in Limehouse, East London, in July. Ali was jailed for 15 years for his significant role in the conspiracy. Maya, who has a young daughter and another child on the way, was also jailed for 15 years. Judge David Richardson, sentencing, said, "The three of you know that sentences for supplying Class A drugs are high for a reason. The drugs lead to addiction. The addiction leads to criminality, to family breakdown, to ill health and a huge amount of misery for many people. They lead to life-changing possibilities for people, and that's why the sentences are life-changing sentences. You engaged in a trade that causes misery for large numbers of people, and the sentences for it are substantial. Kidd, I find a limited function under direction. No doubt you were motivated by some extent by financial advantage, but not on a significant scale. You were not involved in the safe house. As a courier, I have no doubt the collection points were to keep you separate from it. But I have to bear in mind the quantity of drugs. You delivered something and you collected from Ali and Maya 7 kilos which you would have taken away but for the seizure. In your interview you said this was not your first journey as a courier, but it seems I have to take that 7 kilograms as a meter of your criminality." Officers searched Maya's home in nearby Coltman Street, and found a cocaine press as well as £3,000 in cash. At Blackfriars Crown Court, the trio were jailed for their part in the plot. Maya and Ali, you had taken careful steps to distance the collection points from the safe houses.